Greetings and salutations. My name is Scott Pachillis, and today I'll be speaking with writer and comedian Mike Drucker. You may not know the name Mike Drucker, but you most likely have seen his work given his time writing for late-night talk shows over the past decade. He has a book coming out next week called Good Game, No Rematch, A Life Made of Video Games, that chronicles how his love of gaming helped shape his comedic voice. But before that, we have to go back to where it all began. Since we're talking about your, a young Mike Drucker getting into video games, I kind of wanted to pull up a picture from your Twitter, and let me just pull it up real quick. So
Yep.
Why don't you tell me what's happening in this picture?
So I was like a very weird, sad, emotional kid, and I can tell you where this was. This was in Chicago. We were visiting my mom's family, and that's my mom right there. My mom who hates being in photographs, and so if you are taking a photo of her and she is not expecting it, she will look at it like a ghost in a movie that's not supposed to be in the photo. It's just
Absolutely.
so mad. And that's me as a child about to shoot a ton of ketchup on myself. Like a cartoon character would. Like a cartoon would shake ketchup and then spray it all over their body. That is about to happen.
Now, by 2012, Drucker had held a number of different writing positions across the industry, but then came an opportunity to create a show for one of the top games media outlets in the world. I mean, the elevator pitch is just straight up, it's SNL Weekend Update, but for video game and pop culture news.
Yep.
It's great. So tell me about your year at IGN, because when I look back at the videos, it just seems like, a bunch of kids running around with no adult supervision, just having the time of their lives. Is that accurate?
That is accurate. We were basically given the directive, like you said, we were given the directive that we wanted to do a late night show, kind of like Weekend Update about video games, and that's what we did. We just shot sketches around the office. We would sit in a conference room and just spend 3 or 4 hours writing jokes about the video game news, and we would and it was super fun. It was stressful because, the flip side of, we got to run around and do everything on our own was, oh man, we had to really run around and do things on our own. And so it wasn't just a bunch of kids getting to play around. It was a bunch of kids getting to play around and also getting to meet Tony Hawk while doing it. It was super fun and super supportive. And it was also I don't know, I'd written for things, I'd written for award shows, I'd done freelance writing for TV, but that was my first time really producing television in any form. It was a web series, but it was my first time being a producer in the sense of needing to organize everything or needing to make sure that people had a camera, like I said. And so I think it was also really educational when I actually became full-time in the TV field.
Now, Drucker's been a fixture in late-night TV for well over a decade, but that concept of taking your ideas and watching them come to life on a national scale, well, that's the type of magic that's not lost on him. And then it's other people's job to make this a reality. What is that like, seeing dreams come to life?
It's really fun. It's really fun because, again, you're working with these awesome crews and, these art departments that are hey man, you want to come over and check out these work pipes we're making? And you check them out, you're like, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen. It's super fun. It's magic, but it's also fun in the sense of, this is going to sound so dorky, but if you ever put on a school play or did a presentation in school you were really proud of, if you multiplied that by 1,000 when it went well, it's sort of that feeling. Especially, the nice thing about a late night variety show versus other shows I've written for is that you get the response immediately. When I've written for, shows like Adam Ruins Everything, which are amazing shows and I love Adam Conover, I don't see the end result for 6, 7, 8 months because, you write it, then you film it, then you edit it, then you wait for it to be released, and then you wait for your episode to be released. And with something like this, it's within the space of a week, I got to discuss the idea, get the idea approved, pitch funny Mario jokes to Jimmy, get those approved, talk to the art department, and it all comes together and you get to see it in front of an audience responding live within just a few days. And there's a lot of magic to that.
I want to thank Mike Drucker for sitting down with me today. His book, Good Game, No Rematch, A Life Made of Video Games, is available April 1st, and be sure to check out our hour-long interview on WECT.com. From the WECT Digital Studio, this is Scott Pachillis, signing off.